So this is the first ever war video that I've ever done. Basically we're up against Kenobi today for Loki. I had a couple fights, nothing that was too difficult. My first fight here was versus Venom, and it was a decent fight. I was kind of nervous just because I didn't have the ghost synergies or anything like that. Now, the AI was playing a little passive against me, which kind of freaked me out a little bit. But, we kind of just hung tough, and we had to use a couple more parries than we originally wanted to. It lost a little bit of health, but, losing health is a lot better than losing the whole fight. So, we have it kind of handily right here. We've used a couple parries, but, there's nothing you can really do about that if he's going to play that passive, and you don't want to get backed up into a corner against Venom, because then he just kind of goes a little hard on us. Right here I use an SP3 as he gets a bar of power, and he's on the power 2 focus node where he gains a bunch of power before SP2 and then a little bit after, and I didn't expect him to get to an SP2 right there, but he did, and I was lucky enough that right after I'm used to phasing the recoil, so I just phased out of habit, and it saved my life right there. So after that, the fight gets a lot better. That was the one scary point. I threw a 1 SP2 to finish the fight, but I had to parry since I don't have the Wasp synergy. So then it took a little while, but then we finally got lined up with Dreamin', who was going to take path 4 while I took path 5 in section 2. And this is the first fight of section 2, path 5. And this one was a little bit iffy. It was with Ghost again, and everything seemed pretty good right up front, but then things start to go a little bit sideways when I forgot to dash back right there, and his Incinerates did a little bit of damage. And of course, I missed the extra fury buff with the Incinerate on me, and I forgot about Limber and throw an SP2, and it unfortunately doesn't hit, so we had to play pretty passive here, just, trying to build up our power again. Don't trust myself going for an SP2 again, so I hold it right here until I get to an SP3. And then I'm going to bait out his SP2, because with Ghost, when you're phased, it's super easy to dodge everything. So, throw the SP3, try to do a little bit of damage here. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill him, just because, why would it? So, dodge an SP1 again. Basically just keep dodging back, dashing back so it doesn't hit me. Parry. Didn't have my phase right there, so I didn't do as much damage as I needed to, but then we're waiting for Dreamin'. We're arguing with Dreamin' at this point, saying, hey, how about you start moving, because I want to use a silver boost, because I thought I had an invul boost that I wanted to use versus this wonderful Doctor Strange, who is unblockable SP2 on this node, I believe, which is a little bit sketchy, especially when he just power gains like crazy. I brought the Avenger synergy, but unfortunately he's not considered an Avenger, which sucks. But so I'm trying to find my invul boost right here, and I realize I don't have it. So we're like, we're gonna throw a SP1 boost just so I can start out with at least one, maybe get a petrified, maybe get lucky, since I don't have the invul boost. And get into the fight. And, I'm like, oh, this isn't going to be too bad, and then throw an SP1 right off the gate. Now, if you notice here, I didn't realize, but I had suicides on. And I'm just going about my business, not even realizing it, trying to wait till the unblockable's gone so I can parry and then throw my SP1, try to get more petrifies, all that good stuff. And I'm still just going along thinking I have suicides. And I was really excited right at the beginning of that one. Dodged the first one and the second one. And then I got too antsy and tried to dodge the third one too early. But this fight went pretty well, except for that one SP2 hit, which I looked at my health afterwards. I'm like, dang, that did a lot of damage, not even noticing that I had my suicides on. So I then go into wait for Dreamin', who absolutely, with a rank 3 Corvus, can just dominate that path. And now I'm like, oh, geez, I lost a lot of health here. But and it takes the game forever to realize that we're trying to buy potions here. And we wait and wait and wait while we buy potions. Finally goes through. By the time this is done, Dreamin should be done with this fight. With a rank 3 Corvus, you would think. We're just going to top off real quick just to make sure I'm full health when I go into this next one, because it's a rank 3 Iron Man Infinity War on Safeguard. So basically Void is the best matchup here with the Avenger Synergy. He's not going to gain much power because he starts in Fear of the Void with the Avenger Synergy. So I look at it, kind of daunting. Tank Buster, he gets kinetic reactors, so he'll get power if I block. So just checking it out. And then here I start to realize, oh crap, I have suicides on. I'm losing a lot more health than I should be here. So I realized it right there, ate an SP1, because I'm like, oh crap, I can't throw any specials anymore because I will kill myself with recoil. So I realized we're just going to hold and we're just going to reparry, as our good friend Legacy says. And, just make sure we watch the armor ups. He doesn't get 3, so and then I get parried. Try to counter heavy as much as possible to avoid the chip damage from the blocks. And the fight seems pretty under control at this point. The only issue is I can't throw my specials to build up those debuffs faster just because of the recoil. Where I told Taters right after this fight to just boot me because I'm not even smart enough to realize that I have suicides on. And he laughed and he said, you didn't die, and that's all that matters. So it's pretty under control at this point. We're handling it. Just trying to take as little chip damage as possible, just because, with the suicides ticking and everything, one mistake and I'm dead if I get clipped by an SP1. And then I was just curious about how much damage this SP3 would do here with how many armor up buffs he had, and it did 0 damage. So it's kind of a waste of time, but, it kind of put us back at the middle ground, which is always nice, so you're not backed up against the wall. But the debuffs at this point are just draining him. No problem whatsoever. So that was really nice. Made it nice and easy, and down he goes. Even with suicides, it would have been a lot faster of a fight if I didn't have suicides, because I could have thrown some specials. And then had to just throw this up here just to show Dreamin that she is the best champ in the game. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll keep doing some of these. We unfortunately lost to Kenob, but, it was a good fight. So I appreciate everyone for sticking around, and hope I'll upload some more. Thank you.